Well, summer is almost here. Another few weeks, it'll be officially summer, but in Los Angeles, it already feels like summer. It's 90 degrees today, sunny, and you could get a sunburn pretty easily. I work outside for a living. I'm a dog walker and a pet sitter. And I'm 60 years old. So protecting my skin from the sun is important. I don't want to be covered with age spots. I don't want to have any more wrinkles than I have to have or have them any sooner than I have to have them. So sun protection is important. I also don't want to get skin cancer. Having said that, there's nothing that can 100% prevent skin cancer. If you're going to get it, you may get it. But I'm still going to do the things that I can to minimize my risk and also prevent sunburns. So every day I use an SPF. I like this one because it's mineral based. If it gets in my eyes when I'm sweating, it doesn't burn them. It doesn't make my eyes water nonstop, which my eyes can do. They like to water, but I like this one. It also comes in a tinted version. I prefer the tinted version. I just used up my tinted version and I had a full bottle that I had ordered by accident that was not tinted. So I wanted to use this one up first because I go through some sunscreen. I probably buy one of these every month. And this one's just about empty. So it's time for me to buy another one. Although I did, when I ordered my last order from Nordstrom Rack, they had some Sun Bum mineral sunscreen on sale. So I do have a tube of that in reserve that I bought. So I'll use that up before I order another one of these. But so far, unless the Sun Bum is better, I like this one. And then on my body, because my arms and legs are out most days too, I use the same brand, also an SPF 50. Now, I wear makeup every day, and they tell you should reapply your sunscreen every 2 hours. I've never reapplied every 2 hours. I don't know anybody who's reapplying every 2 hours, but I do like to reapply midday. So when I come home for lunch after my morning walks, I will reapply this to my arms and legs. And then I found this that I've been enjoying. This is a setting spray that has SPF in it. So rather than put this on top of my makeup, which would make a huge mess, I can spray this on. Just do it here. Close your eyes. You don't want to get this in your eyes. Let it kind of clear. And there, I've just reapplied my sunscreen. And if I feel like I need more on my neck or my décolleté, I can do that. I can hit my shoulders with it. They also have spray-on versions of this. I haven't bought those because I don't want the spray all over my bathroom. But this is great because it doesn't mess with your makeup and it will give you that extra dose of SPF. After 4 p.m., most dermatologists agree that the UV index is low enough that you don't really need to reapply after 4. So usually I'll reapply midday and that'll take me through for a couple hours. And I don't have a ton of walks during midday, especially in the summer because it's just too hot, but I have a few. And then I still like a little bit of color and I will still tan a little bit through this, but you can also use a self tanner. I like this one because it's not dramatic and it's kind of foolproof. It doesn't streak, doesn't make a mess, it doesn't stink. After my shower, after exfoliating in my shower, I will come out and I'll put this on my arms and legs and chest area to just give myself a little bit of a glow. And it gradually builds, like you put it on every night for a few nights to get the tan. And that's the beauty of it, because the products that I've used where you put on once and then you're done, which it's great if you do it perfectly, it's really easy to put too much on your elbows or too much on your knees. And even with this, I'll take a washcloth and after I rub it on my arms and legs, I'll kind of buff my elbows and buff my knees because those areas are kind of dry naturally on everybody and they'll absorb more of this, and so that's how you end up with the real dark elbows and the real dark knees. So I just kind of buff it off. I hit them with it, but then I buff it off. Same thing with my feet, and then I wash my hands real good when I'm done so that I don't have orange hands. And I used this the first time this season last night, and so I've got a little tiniest bit of a glow today that I didn't have yesterday, and this is how. And then the next thing that I strongly recommend, if you're a dog walker, is to have water. Have water in your car, have water at home, take it on your walks if you want to. My walks are all fairly short, but if I'm going to be walking more than a half an hour, I've got a big jug in a water carrier that has a strap on it that I can wear crossbody style, and I attach a little collapsible water bowl for the dogs, and then if we're going on a 1 hour walk, I will pull that out and we'll both have a drink midway. But when it's really hot, when it's over 90 degrees, I don't do 1 hour walks. The longest walk that I do is a 30-minute walk. And if it's hot and sunny and there's no shade, then we're going to go outside. I'm going to let them pee and poop, and then we're going to come inside and play. We don't do continuous, like when it's 100 degrees, we're not doing long walks. I don't want their paws to burn. I don't want either of us to get dehydrated or to get heat exhaustion, because it gets really hot and you have to take the heat seriously. Many of my clients have older dogs and they can't handle it. So know your clients, know the dogs. I also talk about this with my clients. This isn't something that I just do and don't tell them about. They get a notice every summer at the beginning of summer, and I tell them what my excessive heat policy is and what temperature triggers it. Basically anything over 90, we're not taking a long walk. We're going to walk on the shady side of the street. We're going to walk on the grass wherever possible. And if it's too hot for me to touch my hand to the sidewalk, what I do is I take my hand and I just put it on the pavement. And if it hurts my hand, we're not walking on that. Because if it hurts my hand, it's going to hurt their feet. And you know, you can get those little booties, but most dogs hate them and most people don't want to fool with them. So if you just stay off the sidewalk, it's much better. Sometimes I've taken dogs to the park too, and we've gone to the grassy areas, and that's with the owner permission only. I never transport a dog from their home to another location without the owner knowing. The last thing I need is to get in a car accident with somebody's dog and have their dog get loose and get killed. So I always want to minimize the risk to the animal and the liability to myself. But these are the things that I use for sun protection, and I would love to know what you're using for sun protection. Oh, and also there's also physical sun protection. A lot of times I'll throw on a shirt with long sleeves. Linen shirts are great for that. They'll give you a little bit of sun protection. I like to wear wide brimmed hats. Hats are great for sun protection, as are sunglasses. Hi, Betty. But sunglasses, hats, shirts, long sleeves, long pants, all of those will help you protect yourself from the sun as well. But this is what I use. These are the things that I use every summer. That and a whole lot of water.